You know what I look forward to?
What? What?
You there? Do
You
we
hear
have
me?
you?
You hear me? No. Hold on.
Oh, no, I think I got you. Hold on. You
How
might
about
be
now?
switching to a phone. Yeah, no, I got you. You might be switching to your phone real soon. Tell you
It's bad, right?
that. No, you're good now. But we'll see. We're gonna play it by ear.
What did it come up as? Because I don't hear myself at all.
You don't have. No, you're good. We got you. So a chat. All right. Hi, everyone.
Well, I'm watching myself on YouTube and I don't hear my voice. That's my issue.
I hear you.
You hear me
So
on the headset
yeah, no, but so we're gonna find out. So
because
chat.
on the stream I only hear your voice.
All right, chat. Do you hear kills? We need some help from chat. We're starting. This is great.
Awesome. It's just, I mean, hey, we've made it.
We hear
Certified.
you. Dragon says we hear you. Okay, me. What about Sensei?
Can you hear me?
Can people hear kills?
The handsome one.
Okay, really?
I mean,
Okay, so that's a yes for money. We hear you guys. See, look at this, and you're fucking worried. Come on, what are we doing?
bro, oh, I just saw, wow, I'm very delayed. I just saw me lag on things. So I'm very delayed.
Is it on the computer that you're trying to watch YouTube, like our stream, like our feedback? Is that what it is? Like
Yeah. But it's completely delayed. So it's like delayed by like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or whatever.
Okay, well there you go. Well, chat hears us. We're here. Nick's in the fucking chat because his wife is at the store.
I have YouTube on mute, so that's the reason why I didn't hear myself. So
I'm not going to make the joke. I'm
that's user.
I'm not going to make the joke.
That's user.
That's user. Yeah, that's
error.
User error. But I'm not going to make the joke.
All right, got it. So we here. All right. So as you can see, we were having technical difficulties. That's why the show ran a little later.
Yeah,
I was gonna open up the show with we don't run hot, but it looks like we do. We run hot here. Like just run hot everything. But Jesus Christ. So I had a little technical difficulties, and I'm a guest at my own co-hosting gig, I guess, because I had to leave and come back and
get used to it. I'm the captain now.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain
but
now.
no. We are gonna get out the way. After introductions and everything, we are gonna get for those who are here for the giveaway. We are gonna get that out the way. We're not gonna hold you. We're not gonna hold you hostage. Hopefully, our content is good enough for you to just stay and say, you know what?
Yeah, we know why people are really here. It's for the fucking.
Yeah, we know I hear.
We know.
We're giving away a game.
They don't want to listen. They
won't hold
want
you.
the codes.
We'll give that code, and you guys can be on your merry way. If you like the content, please stay, hit the like, follow, do whatever you got to do to continue on watching us. But if you're new to the show, thank you. We like to start off with like saying how our week was. So that's what we do, and then we say what's up to the chat. But without further ado, before we get to anything, how was your week?
Oh, we're on me first.
Fuck yeah! I mean, I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure my ass out here.
No, my week was good, man. Between Gamescom and Destiny, Witch Queen reveal, and just Yankee baseball, we finally lost the game, but we fucking won 13 straight. So
13 straight, baby.
just a lot of gaming. It was a good week, man. Just the gaming was good. Got back into the Destiny swing. New season. They revealed a lot about the next DLC coming out in February. We're going to talk about that a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because I'm super stoked about it. A lot of stuff, new games coming out. I didn't get to try out Psychonauts yet, but then again, that's also not my vibe, not my just a game, but a lot of excitement on the timeline about it. So we're definitely going to talk about that as well too. And it's good to see.
Chat won't kill you. Chat won't kill you.
Listen, everybody has their preference. I have a preference. It's not that like League of Legends, like for me, and that's what it was. It was a lot of League as well too. Still on the League grind with Turpin and everyone, so a lot of fun. MLB is on a little bit of a back burner. Like I'm logging in, I redeemed the 7 free packs, but it's like honestly,
that thing I tried to do with you this week was crazy. Like that, I tried to give you that code. It was like, no, you already claimed it.
Right, to like double up. Right, it was linked to your when you redeem the code. It's a code for your account specifically.
Yeah, so, it's like I see what they do. It they try to prevent the whole scalping, the giveaways, and all that. I get all that. They try to prevent.
It's like me when I try to redeem. I try to redeem $10 on my alt Microsoft account to like switch over to like the main, like for the rewards, and then it redeemed on that Microsoft account. So I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do with that? So now I got $10 on my alt Microsoft account. So I'm gonna have to try to build that up. Obviously, just sitting there.
You can't gift it to like.
I gotta fit. Maybe I could buy a gift. I gotta see. I'm sure there's a loop around. But
there gotta be some loophole. You know how we are. We New Yorkers. We think like, hey, we gotta think out the box.
Exactly. And when there's a will, there's a will, there's a way.
When there's a contract, there's a loophole.
That too. But yeah, man. So just a lot of gaming, a lot of stuff. And excited for the pod as always. So, how was your week?
Wow, eventful. Some personal stuff I don't speak of, but on the other side of the flip coin, man, you already know my situation with the internet here, and how they're doing the whole internet thing. So that happened. They switched everything over to the HOA side of things. So now that's going to be HOA. However, like looking into what I'm getting out of it, pretty cool for the price. For $85 with tax or whatever, I'm getting. I haven't had cable in years. I got TV again. All the packages are opened up. I got my internet's faster. I don't know how it got faster, but it's faster. Uploads are faster. The only one that suffered from it, kinda, sort of, is my son, because we had a second, internet modem running for his room, dedicated for his room, which we no longer have because the plan only allows for the one, unit. But he found half full contract loopholes. He did go ahead and he's gonna get fiber on Thursday. So he's getting fiber on Thursday. So he came out winning. I'm sitting here with this junk of a Spectrum service, and he's gonna get fiber. So I was like, oh, good for you, son.
Well, listen,
I taught you well.
Do me a favor and shit on the internet provider after we've gone live with the podcast. Let's hold the shit talking from the ISPs. It's not because we don't want to shit talk ISPs until after the fact, because they could be listening.
Spectrum, you're the best.
Or Karma. Okay.
You're the best, Spectrum.
So let's at least get through this recording.
So he's going to get the whole fiber thing, but it's not till Thursday. So now I got him moving in. He moved into the, you see the back TV?
Yeah.
So I had to move mine into my Xbox into the monitor, because his room is way across the house. So he's now behind me. He's at work now, but he plays behind me.
They can't hook him up in his room?
Not with this thing they're doing with the whole HOA thing, everything. One internet per home. That's it. Yes.
Oh, so it needs to be like in the room, like, so your hookup, even though he's getting the separate hookup, it still needs to be.
He can only the one unit, the one modem router unit. It's in the living room, the base.
Okay.
Everybody else feeds off of that Wi-Fi.
I got you.
So I literally am finding the longest fucking cord I can find to go from here to there, because the living room is in the middle of the house. Yeah. So, but he doesn't want to do all that. I'm like, I get it. I understand all that. So he's gonna get it, and he wants fiber anyways. He's gonna pay for that $65 a month.
I mean, his fiber. He's gonna be able to route it to that room where you guys are at, or he's gonna route it to his own.
No, his fiber is gonna be his own line. That's a whole separate company.
But
that's gonna come in,
because you said his. No, I know that. But your TV, like where his setup now.
Oh, right now he moved into my room. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He moved his box into my room.
His fiber line is going to be in that room where you are currently.
No. It's gonna be in his room.
That's what I was trying to.
Right now, he doesn't want to run his console on Wi-Fi because it's
fuck that. Fuck that.
No, fuck that. But he's in my room hardwired because he wants
temporarily. He wants to hardwire.
So yesterday, I'm playing my Psychonauts late last night, being quiet, with my little lights and dimming and everything.
Minding your own piece of
playing Rainbow Six, like fucking shit. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to play Psychonauts. Like, what are you doing?
But you need the noise canceling headphones, man.
Bro, it was like, even through that, it was like auto mute, nothing. It's not working. No. So he's doing that. He temporarily moved in as my roommate, and we were in my game room here, and he's just playing on that. But I turned around and I'm watching him play some Rainbow Six. I haven't played that in a while, and for those who play that know that that's a lot of sweats. It's very there's a lot of strategy to that with the leaning and everything. And this kid hasn't played the game in a while neither. And I turn around and he's like just calling out and doing rotation, not like money, but he's doing those things with his boys. And they swept this team. This is his first game back in like 3 months. Swept the team, and he goes, "Look, puppy, I carried them." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm teaching you so good. I'm teaching you well."
I could step away for 2 months.
I could step away. Oh yeah, let's give you a Sensei kills to Junior. But no, that's happened. I played this. I'm still playing it. The shit out of Psychonauts 2. You already know about that. I go literally if you guys are like on my what do you call it, Xbox friends list, and you don't see me online for hours at a time, I'm offline because I'm playing a game I'm actually enjoying. It's Psychonauts 2 is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It has everything. I'm a platformer guy. I love my platformers, and it has everything you need to like. The storyline is great. The writing is great. The quirks are great. The jokes are awesome. They're delivered right on time. The fact that it touches on my childhood themes like Super Mario Brothers and Zelda, games like that, like it's just one of those things. Jack Black's in it. Who doesn't love Jack Black? He's in it. Um, the game is. I mean, I'm taking my time with it. A lot of people's like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm at the end game," but I'm taking my time with it little by little because I'm literally wanting to 100% the game, but I also
Mhm.
want to take in the colors and the levels and the atmosphere. And you don't play the same level again and again and again. Literally every level you play is different. From the mind of Tim Schafer, that guy's a
So it
genius.
doesn't. I was gonna say, so it's not really like a cut, copy and paste kind
No,
of
it's
thing. Like
not.
you actually feel the difference
You
between the different
feel
levels.
that the levels are specific to what you're going through at that moment because you do dive into the minds and the brains of the characters. That's the levels. The levels are the minds of the characters. So you're diving into their brain and whatever their brains thinking and how they go about life. That's what you're playing. That's the level you're playing on. You know. And I'm amazed because it has the pocket dimensions where you can literally go into a door and you're in a different level without having to load.
Mm.
And I'm going crazy. I'm like, I walked around the door. The door has nothing in the back. I'm like, this is real. Like it's a like a pocket dimension. I could walk in
Right.
there and I'm in a whole different level.
Yeah.
Just next generation is amazing to me right now, man. It's just those are things that would have required load screen no matter what.
Yeah.
Like literally a 5 minute load screen. You know, like the elevator.
Or ways that they use to, or I was gonna say the ways that they use to hide the load screens,
Like
like
the
how
way they
they
used
used
to
to
hide
put them
like
in game.
elevators, like a Mass Effect
Yeah,
with the
Mass
elevator.
Effect
Yeah.
with the elevators and stuff.
But the game is amazing. I've been playing that. I've been trying to upstock my Twitch channel. You know, we all know about that. I'm trying to path to affiliate. By the way, shameless plug. I'm 10 away from 50 followers, so that's part of the pathway to affiliates. If you guys don't mind hitting that up, but and I'll post that later. But I'm doing that. I've been streaming, as you know, Apex. Apex Legends is my game. I'm trying to get one away to get down with us. I know he plays Apex, and he's been in my Twitch streams, and he's been checking it out. So that's pretty cool. And if you guys haven't checked out his show, please check it out. One Away Dragons TV. I was on the show for the Gamescom. We did
Nice.
Gamescom, and I had a blast with that show, man, because we were there like fans, man, like just checking out what they had for the Xbox game, the Gamecoms thing. So that was fun. But that's what I did for the week. And then I had technical difficulties today. I'm gonna chalk that up to not Spectrum.
To not Spectrum.
So that's that. And then we like doing our shout outs, but that's all I got for the week. Let me see who
Yeah,
we got in the room.
real quick. Everybody, we had your wife was in the room. So hello,
Was she
Missy.
now?
Yeah, she was. She said the obligatory hello, and then
Oh shit! I told her I was gonna go to the store.
see,
Okay, awkward. All right, so she's in. Hey, wife. She's in the
Six
chat.
in
Okay.
here. Nick is still in here, I believe, until the missus comes back, and then he's got to do grocery shit, and grabbing bags and stuff
Wait, I'm
like
seeing
that.
some new
Arbitrary
people in the chat. Okay,
Rebellion. So that
Vegas
108
is
was
here.
in here. Vegas is in here, man. What's up? Telling you, man.
The Stone King, the legend.
Yep,
Six
Money
Slayer,
was in here.
Arbitrary Rebellion. He's new, but I believe he said he is. He gave us his Twitter name somewhere in here. I gotta look for it, but he's here. Six Slayer's here. Redders TV is here. Missing
Brothers
Note.
is
Thank
in
you for
here.
joining.
Missing's in
Our
here.
boy
Yep.
Money is in the room. Who else? I see. Of course, One Away Dragons represented. Thank you for the
Matt
support,
was
buddy.
in here.
Nick, until he gets caught by his wife. If your legs go numb, you've been in there too long, Nick. So that's that. And then we have, let's see, anybody else? I don't want to miss nobody. But if you do happen to pop in throughout our stream, we do call you out. Just say hi in the chats. Hopefully she comes back tomorrow. What are we talking about?
His wife, because he wants to skip it. Okay.
Okay. We're not gonna hold you. So if once you guys are coming in, we'll say hello. We'll say hi. Just say hi in the chat so we can say hi back. But let's get that started. Let's just get those. If you guys don't know what we're doing right now, we are doing a giveaway sponsored by our boy Stone King Legend. 2 code giveaways. These will be given to you once the game drops. the game, I believe he mentioned the 30th is when the codes will be given, only because the game doesn't come out before then. They don't do the midnight thing. I don't know what's going on with the whole midnight thing. A lot of developers are passing the midnight and going to the next day to 11 o'clock in the morning. So you'll be getting those codes. The way we're doing this is we are putting in this random comment picker. We're taking the comments
just those like we did the first time around. So
yeah, like we did the first time around.
Already. Yep.
We used the comments that was placed in the last video, our last pod from last week. And then once we take those comments and then we go ahead and throw it in these random pickers. Whoever gets picked gets the code. Once you see your name pop up here, or if you don't see your name pop up here, DM me. Let me know, hey, I won the thing, and then we'll go ahead and put the code. When I get the code, you'll get the code from me. These are US codes. I have to stress, these are US codes. I am not sure if these work outside of US. I mean, it says US code. I'm assuming it doesn't. But these are US codes, all right? So without further ado, our first winner.
Drum roll, please.
If I drum roll, my computer will drop.
This is
Damn
true.
Spectrum.
All right. Money.
Oh my God. Money got the first code.
No, fuck that. Go next.
Go next? Okay.
No,
Money.
Fuck that.
Wait, if he doesn't say hi in the next 2 seconds.
If he's not in the chat, fuck him. We're picking another one. Rigged.
All right, so
rigged.
All right.
Rigged.
So
See, rigged.
He's not even chatting. Is he chatting or not? Is he?
I don't know. He could have muted it. Listen, I'm giving him 5 minutes. He doesn't fucking DM me. He's beat.
Money. Where's your if he's not here. All right, so here we go. Stone King said Song of Iron releases August 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern. That is when, okay, so you guys will be getting the code at after the 1 p.m. mark.
Too. I want the free game next week, Poverty.
What? Did he say something?
That was his comment. No, that was his comment. That he said hello? Fine. Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm here, you.
And then I see Big V in the chats. Have a great show, y'all. He is balls deep in FF7, my man.
Hey, man. That's what's up. All right. So Money's got the first code.
You got the first code.
Code number 2.
Code number 2.
And here we go.
Oh.
Tomatoes.
If you guys don't know, man, I don't want to blow him up, but he has a YouTube, not blow him in a bad way, but he has two YouTube accounts. One of them he's just started. He has like 3 or 4 videos up there. Oh my God, I gotta say this right because I have it. I've watched all 4 videos. I'm like, yo, this is hilarious. This is funny stuff. I don't want to mess it up, so give me a second, guys. Go to This is live. Brought to you.
He's not in the chat. Well, he's not in the chat, right?
He's not in the chat. No, he's not. He actually, I think he lives in Canada, and he does drive he drives trucks, 18-wheelers.
Oh, nice.
So he really can't he works long hours, as you know, with truck drivers. Let me see, not Ford. He goes by Forge from Fallout on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he did open up. He just started a new channel. And I really want to plug him because this
missing.
This dude is hilarious.
We'll pull it up. Well, we already know who it is, so we definitely have to reach out to him, let him know. Money, congratulations, you bitch.
Skid Plate News. That's the new YouTube he opened up. Skid Plate News. It's hilarious, man. I'll put it in the links after this. You guys can check it out.
Tell Silent we said what's up, Missing. Good shit.
What happened?
No, Missing's dipping out, but she's going to hang out with Silent.
Tell Silent we said what's up. The best power duo on Twitter, right there. But yeah, that's who won. Fallout, Forge from Fallout, and then we have Money. I don't know. I don't know about the Money one, man. That's kind of weird.
I know, right? I'm telling you, that should be a reroll, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. It's fine.
All right, chat. So those are the 2 winners for the day. Congratulations, you two. Those codes will be given out as soon as they're available. It is for what's the game? What's the game again? What's the game? Anybody
Song of Iron.
Song of Iron. I actually played the demo at last year's Summerfest when they released it. Me, your brother, Money played it, and we enjoyed it. It's a difficult game, but it's really fun. But congratulations to you guys for winning that. We're not going to hold you. So if you're still here, that means you like our bullshit content or great or whatever content you want to call it. But we appreciate you staying by.
What you meant to say is they like our bullshitting.
Oh, bullshitting content. right? Bullshitting.
No,
Okay.
just how we bullshit. Never mind. Anyway,
Uh,
I digress.
so our shitty bullshit. I don't
It's
know.
not
Okay.
shitty. People are here. They like somebody likes us. Okay, people.
I'm a guest at my show, so
Get over
I
it.
don't see how many people are
If
watching. So whoever's watching, thank you.
you get like 2 of those. Don't worry. But I'm doing a good job. I'm directing this. But you still get to
No,
call
I don't
out.
have.
You still
not that I don't have faith in you. I just can't see like the normal stuff, like what's going on. Like I'm very limited.
everybody's they're very overjoyed. They're very happy.
Yeah,
They
because I
can't
don't even
wait
see
to
the chat. Like I
they
see
can't
chat,
wait to
and
hear us talk about
I gotta
something
watch
relating to
I gotta watch
gaming.
my own, but I gotta watch my own streams to see chat. That's just shitty.
Okay.
That's just shitty. Okay, so
What would you like to talk about?
I like to talk about Gamescom. You know,
What do
nobody's
you
talking
do?
about Gamescom. I mean, everybody else is, but nobody's talking about Gamescom like we talk Gamescom. Did you watch?
I mean, I think a lot of people talking about games.
Yeah. Did you which Gamescom did you watch? Version 1 or version 2? Or both?
Okay, can we? All right, let's just get some things out the way real quick. Everybody that lost their fucking minds day one when Halo, where's
up, 100?
Halo? Where's the date? No Halo, no date. How fucking dare you?
That was all of
away.
Gamescom. That was all of Gamescom. That was it.
Please.
They shut it off. Fuck it. No Halo date. I'm shutting off.
No Halo. See ya. It's like what? There's no other fucking games that come out. I understand. I get it. But it's like. But
I mean, I'm hyped for BF. I'm hyped for Halo. So I get it. You want the date. I get it. I get you want the date. But we're still. I think this is the fallout, the spill over from the past week where everybody was, complaining about the co-op. I think that's just spillover of that.
It's exactly what it was. People just wanting to be like mad and upset and whatever like that.
As if the date was going to bring that game closer to you. I mean, right. And these are probably the same people that are probably going to play the game not even past launch window. They're just going to play it whenever it comes out. The next thing that like shines at them, ooh, what's that? And they're going to walk away and go to that. I don't. It was just amazing to me how games are shown, and throughout the Game Pass package video they show other games that wasn't shown that's still coming out this year, like your Scorn and your Gunk, which that's my thing. Gunk is the one I've been looking for. And they still got mad. They still was upset. It's crazy how we can get upset about something. Have you watched Gamescom in the past?
Yes.
Okay, I have. I don't watch it like I do E3. I watch it like off and on, like, maybe one year I will, and then I'll catch the replay. If I don't, I'll catch the replay later, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I know what to expect. My expectations for Gamescom, I already know what to expect. Gamescom is literally devs going out there and talking their games.
Yeah.
That's what it's been about. It's never been about E3 glamorous, the fireworks and here's trailer after trailer. Kudos to Jeff Keighley for doing that. Kudos to him doing that, for him showing that package like that. That was awesome on his part. But on the Xbox side of things, you got to think, man, it's like E3 came out and they blew it out the doors. They heard us with the previous thing with the devs talking on Twitch, and they said, no, this is going to be just trailers. So E3 was trailers after trailers. We saw that they can do that. They're more than capable of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that. Gamescom was never about that. So those who are chiming in and saying, oh my God, there was no Halo Day. Oh my God, it was just devs talking. Man, sit down and learn a little bit about catapults, please. That was very educational.
I forgot who was I talking to, or somebody. It could have been you, or actually, or it might have been somebody else. I forget who was talking, and they were saying like, I don't mind like seeing, like, I think it's cool when they talk. It's like when people go out, when you wonder how they got all the real gun sounds for, like, Call of Duty or Battlefield or something, and they went out to a firing range and they actually got the live sounds of that. It's like, that's all cool and learning how to do that, but who gives?
I think we're in the minority when it comes
to
that. As far as gamers go, I think we're in the low part of the percentile when we think about that.
I care, but I don't. I care, but I don't care. It's like, do I care that you went and you authentically recorded the M4 and you know what I mean,
right?
And a
Beretta
weird, and all of that shit. Like,
it's
cool,
but it's a weird space, because I was looking. I saw the show for the first time on 108's podcast. Like, we were watching it all together, and they were talking about this catapult, and I'm like, wow, we're really talking about catapults? I didn't appreciate it right then and there, being it's a live show and watching it for the first time. But then after that, I rewatched it in 4K, because they do that. They upload stuff in 4K. Yeah. And I appreciated it. I'm like, yo, hold on. This is Here's what I appreciate. Not that the fact that they show me a catapult, how it works and what it does, because we all know the intricacies of it, right? We're all engineers in that. We know how it works and how it gets gears and what cogs need to be put in and out.
If you didn't, you learned at least.
If you didn't, you learned at least. But where I was amazed at was, here's the thing, and we spoke about this throughout that whole pod. It's one of those things where when a developer is into their work and they're explaining to you their work and they're passionate about it, they're showing you their love and their joy and how they brought it to life.
Yes.
And you hate on that, that's like, wow, man, that you missed the whole message. I get it. It's a game show. It's trailers. I get you want to see that. But your expectations were way too high. This even after they said, when we tweeted, Aaron Greenberg and them said, slow it down, bring it down a notch. It ain't that show. Bring it down a notch. We're going to show you things, but not that what you're expecting. People were expecting games like, what's that game, that Perfect Dark?
Yeah.
No, this is not that show. If they didn't show it in July a month ago, what makes you think they were going to show that now?
Right. If they didn't show it at the actual, if they're E3, like things that they're holding on. But then again, it's like, listen, they also said too, like, hey, you're not going to see Halo. And then and then later on that day, I sent you the thing. It was
leaked. That's what I call knee-jerk reactions.
You know what I mean? Like,
I call that knee-jerk reactions when people go, and the moment something gets dropped, it's like, now we have a reaction to it. Slow down. Wait. Gamescom is a week. It's a whole entire week of celebration. This is day one, 90 minutes. And we went in on Gamescom like it was the worst show we've ever seen. Like, you still got other stuff throughout the weekend. Jeff Keighley proved that. And I guess what Xbox was doing was holding back to give it to Jeff Keighley to announce it on their show, because more eyes on a bigger show like that, more eyes, I guess, right? Jeff Keighley, like him or hate him, has a big viewership. He has a big following. So putting a Halo date and Halo, not just the date, but more than just Halo date, but putting out his show was a big move.
Well, we got more than the Halo date, and I think we'll talk about that, obviously, when we get to the Halo portion of it.
I'm a little upset I couldn't freaking get my shit. But money, flip money isn't the other money's in the house. We got two monies in the house now. Yeah. Flip money, P money in the party. Say hi to each other. Cool stuff. Great show last night, guys. I know 100 went nuts last night on different things there, but good show last night, guys. So that's the thing. It's like they put it on his show to get more eyes on it, to get more viewership on it. And they didn't just stop at 12.8. And by the way, if you guys understand 12.8, I kind of comment this is on One Away Dragon show yesterday, but the 8, if you flip it, Infinity, Halo Infinite, and then that date's 12.8 is literally 343 days into the year. 343. Huh? You can't call me, you can't say I'm not a geek after this. I'm a nerd, baby.
I was gonna say, what thread did you fucking see that on? Because I didn't see that.
Matter.
No, I didn't see that thread. I should have got that. It
doesn't matter. It was somebody else who has like 8,000 followers, but that's not near here. Neither here or there.
No, but don't try to pass it off like you did the fucking math after. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hey.
I'm not letting you get away with that. I'm just saying, I'm like, at least let me put the fucking guy's Twitter up real quick. So.
Honestly, I don't know. Several people who tweeted that, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right,
I'm gonna sound smart now by saying it on my podcast.
We'll skip over that one. Anyway.
But no, it was pretty interesting to see somebody tweet that. I was like, oh, the 8 is infinite and 343 days. And I'm sitting here going, nah, it can't be. And I do the whole timeinddate.com thing, and I'm like, holy shit, it's 343 days in a year. That is
big brain shit. Yeah.
I wonder if that was on purpose. I don't know. It could be whatever.
Let me ask you, is there anything else you want to say as far as related to Gamescom, the games that were shown night 1, night 2, things like outside of the ones that, we're looking for and what we want to talk about? Is there anything that you saw that caught your eye?
There's one game that was really, really, I really wanted to see that wasn't there, but they did show a new trailer after the show with Crossfire.
Okay, yeah.
I shared that link with you guys, and I didn't think it was a new trailer, but when I clicked on it, I'm like, oh, this is a new trailer. They showed the whole new multiplayer trailer, still scheduled for this year. I don't know when, but that's a game I've been looking at for a while, because I think the multiplayer is free to play. That's going to be free to play if they're still sticking to that message. But then the single player is being done by Remedy, which is the Alan Wake people.
Yep.
And I'm reading that they're done with it. That game is completely done. I don't know what's holding it up or anything, but it's completely done. The single player will be the sold portion of it. I believe they mentioned a while ago $40. Don't quote me on that. But then the single player will be all to play, free to play. So that game, I was hoping that they actually played it on the or announced a beta or something just to get it going. Because
Yeah.
I mean, we only have what 3 months left to the year, and they're talking
Yeah.
about still coming this year. Scorn, I was surprised that they're still saying is coming this year without showing us nothing new. If you don't know what that's like, that's the writer of that game and the developer of that game, the guy who's doing the game, very influenced on the alien lore. He loves alien lore, so this game is influenced by that. Like the level design is influenced by that. Like you have moving stuff in the wall, like it's just creepy. Um, that was there, and then there was a game. I'm gonna butcher this. Chat, maybe you guys have it for me, but fighting. No, what is it called? Midnight Fight, I believe it's called.
Midnight Fight Express.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one surprised the heck out of me. I was like, holy crap, they actually showing like what is this? Like I was in like I went after the show, I went in to look from like this is pretty I like this. I like the art style, I like the fighting. That's pretty cool. And then the humble games, man. Did that surprise you at all?
Yeah.
That was from Night 2, obviously, from Jeff Keighley, but the humble because they're known for the humble bundle.
Yep.
You guys and I was listening to Six Layer.
I love me some Humble Bundle. I'm sorry.
You said this like over time. You've always spoken to me about this.
I just picked up 15 fucking games
Correct.
for $20. I just picked, and it's going to like a charitable thing.
See that part.
That was the big.
That
was the cool thing about it. It's like you get games on the low end, like depending on how much you're willing to basically donate, because you don't pay for the games the way that they were structured as on PC, and basically how I built my Steam library, and even gotten like a program like Sony Vegas. I got Sony Vegas from that. Like back when it was called Sony Vegas, now which is Vegas. I got it from a Humble Bundle deal that had. It's not just games; it was programs too. It was books. They've done a lot of different things. But with the games, it would say like, okay, if you donate $5, you get this game. Donate $10, you get this game, this game, this game, this game. Donate 15, you get this, and that. And then donate 20 and get the whole fucking shebang. And then they just give you everything. See, and that's how a lot of the times how I just built out my library.
I was listening to I think it was Six Layer who was talking about this on some pod, and I think it was 108's pod, but he said that the Humble Bundle is known for you buying a bunch of games. Some of it goes to charity. That part had like once you said charity, I was like, I hooked on. I was like, charity, and then he mentioned how it could be games that you've already purchased, but because some of it goes to charity, and you can like literally donate the game to somebody else if you want to. I didn't know that part.
Yes.
Like it's not like what happened to me with the MLB code where I try to, take it and give it to you.
No, you get the codes and you could give the codes. Like you could technically buy that. You'll get the code depending on what you're getting it for, and then you could give it to somebody basically. It doesn't automatically go to like your account or something. It's like a separate entity basically.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that part. And I mean, I've heard of Humble Bundle. My dog, if you hear my dog, give me a second. Let me go on mute.
His dog's having it out right now. That's too funny. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. For those watching.
Okay, still barking.
For those watching, this is Humble Bundle. It's cool, man. This thing is cool. All bundles. They have all different types. This one here, Jackbox Summer Party, 4 days left. And these are the different tiers. $213 value. This is everything that it comes with. And then here, so you get for $1, that's what you get here. $1, you get these three. 15, you get all of this, 5 items. 20, you get this. 2044, 2540, and then you can do other amounts too, because then you could actually change how much it is. And then right here, this bundle has raised $233,000 for charity. It's nuts. It's actually insane. So they've been doing a lot of good stuff for a while. And I've used, I wonder if I even have a login for them, but I've used this so many times. I've gotten so many games off of here.
Okay.
Sorry, and it's cool that
my dog is barking at the wind blowing trees and lawnmower. The guy's doing his lawnmower, so they feel like barking is gonna help
naturally.
So man, this is old school too. Jackbox has been something a part of my gaming like experience for a while now.
Yeah, it's games, books, and software. Pay what you want right here. These are another game. So here, this is the stealth one that they have going on too. So not sponsored, by the way, guys. This is just cool because, it's coming in the topic that we were talking about. Hitman 2 Gold Edition, Hitman Game of the Year. So it's Hitman Game of the Year. So right here, so $12.
Oh, Hitman 3. Future
so
game of the year right there.
So yeah, $12, 30, 35. It looks like it doesn't change. That's for $1. The origami. Did I say that right? Origami.
Aragami. You're
Yep.
asking me. I don't know. If
I
Rebone's
don't
in the
know.
chat, he'll let you know.
Well,
Aragami.
So
Yeah.
here, so Echo Stink Shards. That's for $10. For $12, they throw in the Hitman's. Hitman 3, 10% off store coupon. Hitman 2 Gold Edition. Hitman Game of the Year
So
Edition.
they don't have not. I mean, sticks. I like sticks. So they don't have shabby games. They got like literally AAA
No, they
titles.
do. And this was the other bundle, and then they still had other bundles as well too. This one here, Call of the Wild,
This is
Game of
crazy.
Mankind. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of this is very. Sometimes I think they do stuff for console, but a lot of this was mostly like centered around things like Steam or Origin. It depends on what game it is and what platform you can redeem it on. But a lot of
But
these are
this is
Steam
the
codes,
first
basically.
time like they're literally putting a whole bunch of games under their moniker Humble on a console like this, right? Like it's a big deal.
Yeah,
Like they
I
just
don't.
boom, here you go.
They've never done that.
Because as soon as I saw Humble on the screen, I'm like, wait, Humble, is that Humble Bundle? Is that the ones that do the Humble Bundle? And I looked it up. I was like, this is the same. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if, I'm sure they are. I'm wondering if through the Xbox, now that we have it coming to Xbox Game Pass, is that going to charity? Like, is there some portion going to charity?
I would have to, because I mean that's their whole thing,
That's
right?
the whole thing, right?
That's their whole thing, how they
So I'm
partner and
assuming
stuff
that's
like
part
that.
of the deal they have with Xbox, like the whole Game Pass thing. This is gonna go to charity. That's awesome, man.
This is 2010. Yeah, since I started using basically Steam, these are the different charities that they support too. It's not like bullshit charities too. Like these are all reputable charities, like
Oh,
GameSaid, Make a Wish, American Red Cross, Save the Children, War Child, World Leader,
I was gonna ask that
WWF.
next. What kind of charities they
Right
give
here,
to? But
and
these
many
are
more.
good.
These are
Really good ones.
highlighted. These are the big ones: Make a Wish, Red Cross, Save Children, GameSaid. You know what I mean? All big ones here, and this is, I think, what they've done so far. I want to say
Like a total amount. I'm sure that's what it is. Like
150 million.
that's a lot. That is
I mean,
a
that
lot.
one bundle that I just showed there, 300,000. So this is cool stuff. It's all good stuff, all positive stuff, positive news.
So those are the things I was like looking like. As a gamer, I get it. We want the AAA, we want that glamorous thing. But I look at stuff like this, and I'm going, "This is giving back," because that's what I love that whole giving back mentality. Like this is giving back. So I enjoy stuff like that. And I believe Matt corrected us. It's Iagami.
Thank you.
So no R, I guess, is silent.
Yeah, I didn't want to butcher it.
All right, so Iagami. There you go. Yeah, we didn't want to butcher it. Yeah, Iagami.
Nickcast, isn't Crossfire X going day one on GP?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want to say something I don't know. Like I know that the free to play is the multiplayer, which that's going to be whether it's Game Pass now doesn't matter. It's free to play. I just don't know about that single player portion of it, especially now that Remedy's their own thing and they're not really with anybody, or are they? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they got bought up by a Chinese company. I don't know. I'm not into that news like that, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it says the publisher was Xbox Game Studios, so that would be the assumption, right?
Game Pass.
Yeah,
I mean, it has to be on Game Pass. Well, it doesn't have to be, but
it should be.
It should be, yeah. But that's definitely a game I'm hoping because there's nothing else after this, right? After this show is like not really like maybe little pop up shows here and there or announcements or the developers do their own thing.
TGS Tokyo Gaming Show.
Oh yes, TGS. I forgot about that.
But also that's not everyone's vibe. Like TGS, I've learned that TGS is like a niche, kind of thing. I'm all over it. I mean, I'll because a lot of the times that's where you used to see like Kojima. Like you couldn't see like if you really wanted like what they were doing because like everybody, the companies would design things like it was E3. Gamescom, like what I mean? Like they'd have like the rotation and stuff, and then TGS, they'd have to have something going too because how Tokyo Gaming Show is huge. I don't know how they're doing it this year, if in person or anything like that. So I'm not.
I would say I would probably say hard no on that only because the way Gamescom was done is that they did it from LA. Like the way they set it up was they were doing it from LA.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, big ups to I know 100 is gonna hate this, but big ups to Paris, man. Great job on that. Paris did a good job on hosting. The Xbox Gamescom. That was an awesome job.
But this is now his other. But now, what else? We've seen him now. This has been a thing now.
This is the second thing now that he's done, and it's only getting bigger and bigger for him. Like, and I'm happy for him. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
To finally get the recognition and getting him to come on the show like this at this stature, it's like, oh, that's awesome. But Yeah, it's the second show, and I seen right away. I saw because I'm a trainer in my mind, so right away I saw the growth. Like from first show to second show, I was like, wow, he's the standing and the way he's talking, like he's just learning a lot, doing that kind of stuff. So I'm proud. I'm happy for him. I'm
I
proud
think I
to
seen a tweet
nobody,
too.
but I'm happy.
He really enjoys it.
He does, and that's the part I get from it when he's
Yeah.
when he's hosted these two events. You see the joy. I mean, even throwing on the glasses for the flight sim, where he throws out the glasses, he's like, "Here we go, Top Gun time."
He's into it, but that's all you could ask for is like because sometimes you get. I mean, we could go back to this and not shitting on other people and stuff like that, but sometimes the people that they choose to get don't necessarily represent you. Like sometimes all people really want is to feel represented, not necessarily like whether it be racially or anything like that, because that's very important as well too. But just in the sense of like a gamer or just somebody that is just coming from that perspective, like
he gets it,
and it's like, and you feel that, so it feels more genuine, and you want to hear him presenting, and that's because you'd have to hope too. You think he didn't prepare? Of course he prepared, and of course he had questions.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was under a lot of stress.
But I'm sure he had his own questions and things like that. It's like, gee, because it's like sometimes you get in front of these developers, and maybe you ask yourself, like, I wish they would just ask this question. Maybe you think they got okay to answer, or you think of a question and it's like, you know what I mean?
Preparing yourself, he probably had 1,000,001 questions preparing to go into it. But the thing is, professionalism still exists.
Right.
You don't go in there and act like a fanboy and ask these fanboy questions. That's not how that works. You gotta be professional about it. And I think a lot of that whole, because he gets hate, but I think a lot of that has to be with the whole, like, I wish he would have asked that question. Why didn't he ask this? Why is he doing that?
And it depends on the setting too, because sometimes to keep things rolling, it's not to say like prepared questions, prepared answers kind of thing, but it still has to have a structure. There still needs to be a structure going on.
Unlike this show, it still has to have the structure.
Yeah, we don't. There's no. You can't wait. Hey, everybody in the chat, guess what we're going to talk about next? I'll give you a clue. It has to do with a fucking ring. Ring in space. All right. Here's a preview on our next topic. It has to do about a ring in space and a guy that wears green, who's also like 9 feet tall.
We just talk whatever the fuck the passion that we have, whatever we want to talk about as far as what's moving us.
Yeah, there's your structure. But yeah, so Gamescom, all in all, good, positive, right? We're positive.
Oh yeah, I gave the show. I gave it a B+.
Okay.
That's my grade. I mean, I don't do grade, whatever. But if those who are out there with the Metacritics and all that, if you're into all that stuff, B+.
And you're not just talking about like games because of games that you see like that are coming, obviously, for you just in general, overall as a show.
Both shows overall was awesome. It was just it was as a gamer, I went in there and got the information I wanted and needed, and a little bit more than I thought. Now it's your turn. See that? Now it's your turn. There you go. We have the dog.
It had vamp for 2 seconds.
Like you got it. So 2 seconds. It's probably like 2 minutes, but that's pretty much what I thought Gamescom was. And he's gone, guys. So what do we want to talk about that he's gone? Now that he's gone, what are we talking about? Let's see. Chat, what do you got for me, man?
I still hear you, bitch.
Oh, he still hears me. Fuck. Okay. All right. Brute force, next topic. Money, you bring this up every time we do a party chat. Brute force. I'm with you. I hope the powers to be listens to this little show, the little show that could, and listens to you and say, "Wow, brute force! The one guy really wants that brute force out there." He's in our chats, guys.
Hold on, this was good too. Hold on, Stargate Atlantis.
Stargate Atlantis.
Everybody remember Stargate? That was fun.
Yo, do I remember Stargate? Are you serious?
Remember Stargate. Stargate SG-1. Come on, man. Stargate SG-1.
That was, I think we spoke about this. Was it you in the chat?
I don't know if we talked about this.
Like literally, like 2 days ago.
Seriously?
Yeah, we played Apex. We talked about it.
Yes.
It was like briefly mentioned, but it was said. Like, oh, okay, because the portal. We're playing arenas.
I'm playing right, and that's exactly
the
what
portal.
That's yeah. Okay, yes. And I'm playing Destiny, and when you have to travel to go see the Queen, spoilers, Queen Mara is back for anybody that cares, and they play Destiny.
Oh, no, spoiler alert.
I don't know. No, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You have to go through a portal to go into her, and I'm saying to myself, it's fun. It's like interdimensional.
Yeah.
And that was the whole idea with Stargate, interdimensional. So imagine like that. I mean, not to say that that's where they got the idea from, but it's cool to see like my
But
childhood, like a show
inspired,
like that.
influence
And it's
maybe.
like you see these video games and stuff like that. It's like, it not to say that it's not an original idea, but it's like I've seen that in sci-fi shows before. So the fact that I'm seeing it now in my video games, like, you know what I mean? It's
It's
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
That your brain goes right to like Stargate, SG-1. So yeah. So a Stargate Atlantis game will be freaking awesome. Vegas,
be
you can
pretty
come
cool,
to our
though.
show more often. You got some good
Thanks for following. Money, you don't
suggestions.
play. I don't want to hear it. You listen. Keep it up. You might not
Money,
get that code. We
you
might be
don't play
we might
Destiny,
be
man.
redistributing that code. Okay?
Money, you don't play no Destiny. You play as much Destiny as I do, and I play none.
All right. So on. Listen, it wouldn't be an Xbox centric podcast if we didn't talk about this, right? But yeah.
We're done with Gamescom. That's it. Boom.
Yeah, no. So transition here. Listen, I mean, this fucking timeline. After day one, all I saw. I can't believe I am so disappointed. Why won't they give us a date? It's getting delayed again. It should be delayed again. That's all you kept hearing. And like you said, it was just a continuation of the news that came out before. It's just a spillover. People are just pissed still, okay? And let's just fucking hate. And they were just pissed.
How about where's the campaign? How about that one?
All of that. And then you start seeing this. This was this is what we first got. Like, I mean, I guess you had to expect it, right? I'm going to pause it through
had to.
I guess you had to expect something, because there's no way you do 20th anniversary. There's no way you have this is your franchise. This is it. This is your IP. This is your number one. Yeah. Yes, you have other big IPs as well too, but not as big as this one. So of course, it just wouldn't be right if you didn't do, I guess. Back when I think the first Elite, it only had 2 settings for the hair triggers, if I remember. Wasn't there just like a half setting?
It was for the head triggers, just one. It was just a click it or you don't click it.
And then so it's just like a half one, and so this is like a 3-level thing now. I guess
I see that. Yeah.
New one. So you have like basic. So this is full, obviously. Like I'm assuming.
And I'm assuming that's all the way where you don't even have to press
half,
it.
and then there's right, just like little. That's pretty cool. Okay, there's also a feature on that, I think, with the, not to compare, and we're not comparing, but with Nick, the controller that he ordered, the Scuff controller, that was pretty cool too, where it has like a hair trigger feature as well.
Nick, by the way, congratulations, man. That's Scuff Pro. I don't know how you got it.
Listen, I don't want to take credit, but we talked about it. My guy, literally, the second it became available to order, he ordered it and tweeted it.
He just got on it and he got it really quick, which is pretty awesome.
Somebody should clip this and send it to Scuff and say, hey, listen, why don't we get like a code logic or
something. 10% off. Get this man a controller. Get this man a Scuff Pro.
No, I don't. I might not the control. I'll take the discount code too. That's cool.
Oh, the discount code, yeah. I do like the triggers though on these things. Like they didn't make it like
yeah.
I've had the Elite One. Again, I'll talk about the Elite One, and it has the metal, like not metal, but it has the ones that clip on, clip off. They come off.
Bro, the back of the Chief's head.
Oh yeah, the whole Halo look right there.
Like the actual aesthetic that they put into this. And then it's even, okay, you see my mouse? Can everybody see it? For those watching, okay, because this is also a visual podcast as well. Sorry for those listening and unable to watch this. But I'm now taking my mouse over the detail by the thumbsticks. It's like it's like his armor.
It's like the armor has
his armor. It has chips in the armor. Why? Because this fucking guy's been doing it for 20 goddamn years. That's why. Okay? 20 fucking
by himself.
Years.
No co-op. By
20
himself.
20 years, and he's got the same fucking armor. So maybe we get some armor. Maybe. Because after you see, what was it, from Halo 4 or Halo 5? No, Halo 4 at the end with the Stinger, when they take off his armor and you don't see it. Or actually, no, he gets the update a little bit in Halo 2, like where they fixed it. Remember Halo 2 when he's on the Mac gun and they okay. So maybe he's gotten a couple of updates and stuff, but the fucking guy's been walking around in the same armor for 20 years.
In this damn armor, 20 years.
That's all I'm going to say about
that. Armor. But they did a real good job of putting that detail in the controller with the whole scuff marks and everything.
Sick.
It's his armor, literally his armor.
The visor color, the orange visor color on the D-pad.
You know what's good? What's great about this is that if you ended up getting the console as well, which we'll talk about that too, but if you end up getting the console, and the controller, that's two. That's two Halo controllers you're getting.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And listen, people are pissed that they don't have the 20th edition, like just a regular controller, like available, like for order separate from that.
Right, separate.
I go back to what I said. These and people that are thinking that these Xboxes were just made like last week, you're crazy.
Oh no.
These Xboxes have been in a fucking warehouse since last year. These Xboxes were coming
they
out.
They probably had to rebundle the shit out of it because it got delayed. They probably had that box, not the actual console, but the box itself probably had to be probably like the boxing, the art on it probably had to be redone. But this is stuff that's probably been sitting in their warehouse for quite some time until they announced a date and drop, you know.
And this was Jason doing his best Steve Jobs impression with the one more thing. This was literally so we got Jeff was like, oh, it's like Jeff didn't even know what the fuck was going on. That was another thing too. My guy Jeff was clueless.
Yeah.
Clueless. He was like, yo, oh wait, we got one more thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he kept saying, but wait, there's
thing.
more.
But wait, there's more. And then bam. And just they've done this now for almost every generation. I saw that. I don't know if you saw that Twitter on the Twitter feed. But they have it where they showed every Halo Xbox. Like, so remember the see-through, the OG. That. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I want to
but
see
they
that,
have
yeah.
So while this plays, I'll pull it up as well too.
I went crazy when they showed this, right? I mean, my son went nuts when they kept showing.
Oh, yeah.
But wait, there's more. But wait, like, and you can tell that it was like because Jeff Keighley and Microsoft or Xbox, they have this relationship where it's like love hate, you know, because they still remember the time when Jeff Keighley leaked to them the pricing of the Xbox from the Xbox One when he leaked that price. He shouldn't have done it, but he did it anyways. So they still hold him to that kind of candle. So I'm pretty sure they told them we're going to show off Halo dates on your show. Make sure you give us 15 minutes on your stage, just for a date. Cool, whatever. And they go out there and they do this like one after another. Like, hey, no, by the way, you just tell by his reaction when he was like, oh, "Whoa, we got more." Like he didn't expect this. Like you could see that from his reaction. That was pretty cool,
dude. The story, okay. The armor on the actual controller. This is like the Starry Night, like I forgot. I think I don't know if it's Van Gogh, the Starry Night painting. It might be Van Gogh.
Starry Night theme, you mean?
No, but Starry Night. No, Starry Night. There was that from Halo 3. You remember that Starry Night, right?
Because I was going to go straight there.
But also there's an actual painting. I think Van Gogh did. It's called Starry Night, and it's supposed to be like looking out like into like from Earth, but like you looking out into space, but like where there's like no light pollution and shit, right? Okay. So like you could just see like how you can see all the stars and stuff. The whole accents, the way it looks like you're looking at stars. Like on the top, like the aesthetics, like in this, man. It's so fucking crazy. And as quick as it was available, was as quick as it sold the fuck out. And here's my little rant. Okay, little rant. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they have to do. I don't know how they counteract this, but there needs to be a way for people to actually, like, whether it's a first come first serve, like, yo, you better log in with your Microsoft account. I'm gonna check to see how long you had this fucking account for. And I understand that consumerism and anybody should be able to buy what they want when they want. But the fact that there's listings on fucking eBay for this console going for $1,000,
that mindset of anybody should go in there and buy things whenever they want, how they want, is why scalpers are out there doing what they do.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like, right. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to counteract it. One thing could literally be
something has taken L for that first. Whatever they make up, something eventually has taken L. Something has
I know you can't appease everybody, but the fact that somebody's actually going to sell this fucking console online, like, it's great at $550. Oh, by the way, that was another thing too, where people didn't realize that the actual game was coming with it, so they were pissed that it was $550. On not realizing that you're getting a digital copy of the fucking game. Like you're getting the game. So let's, so you get the Xbox. Oh, and by the way, the Xbox has the special sounds.
Oh yeah, when you power it up.
It's got the fucking sound effects on it too.
That's what I was waiting for. Here's the thing, and they proved that theory wrong. A lot of people were upset because these consoles when they first got announced, they were announced months before the pre-date happened, the pre-ordering happened. So everybody was like, my God, you shouldn't have announced it so soon. Now I can't get one and blah, 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 because everybody was getting their bots ready and everything. They proved that theory they kind of shattered that because nobody knew. I mean, unless you're a Halo enthusiast and Xbox person, a console has to come, just like we know a Starfield one is coming. Just like we know, like there's certain games that's going to pull a console to be made for them. We know what's coming, but for those who didn't know what's coming, it was really announced on that day Jeff Keighley show. The link didn't go live till after his show went off.
Yep.
And even then, I mean, that little time window, that little window got people to put bots up and buy it up. You go to eBay and you see them for $1,000, $2,000. I'm going, wow, man. It's crazy how something that we want to celebrate as gamers gets taken that way and just shoved down our throats as I scalped it. You really want it, you got to pay this much. And you and I had a conversations. I wanted one. I need one. I don't need one, but I want one.
Yeah.
And I was willing to go ahead and sell my Series X to just fund it and take, like we spoke, and and get it that way. But dude, the moment it went live, I'm hitting.
It was gone.
It's like,
and I literally I put the South Park meme up, and it's gone.
And exactly. And it just brought me. It brought me back to the day when I pre-ordered my Series X, where it took forever to get it because it was just sold out. So I'm like, oh my god, I got to get this. It gave me that trauma again. I'm going, shoo, that's the Xbox One, Halo, right?
It's the Xbox One Halo. Yeah, this was for Halo. It had to be probably for Halo 4.
Man, I don't know. I like that. I like the new one now, man. I know it's different.
But see, this one looks like the Infinity, the US. The USNC Infinity.
But see, I think this is just taking obviously the theme of Guardians. It's why it's blue with the silver. The Guardians.
No, but I think this was for a 4, not 5, though.
Really?
Or maybe it was for 5. I could be missing.
I'm not sure.
Because I wonder if this was a 1X or just a 1.
That could be the original one.
That could be. This is what I mean. This could be the actual one, right?
Because my 1X looks just like that.
And then here's, I mean, they're all great. This one, you know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy.
It's almost like, you know how you go on dark mode on your computer or on your phone, dark mode?
Yeah.
It's just boom. Oh, man. It's
a dark mode Xbox. So, yeah. Oh, and then just going back, because I think I stopped it. Did they
Matt's saying it was Guardians. It was Halo 5 Guardians.
It was Guardians. Yeah. Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, man. And December 8th. And we'll just end it like that. December 8th. It's coming.
And 100 is saying it's the Locke version. Agent Locke.
Oh, so there you go. So what's for 5? Yeah, that's dope.
There you go.
That's
we do have Halo enthusiasts in the chat, so I thank you guys for chiming in. That's what we need. That's what we do.
Well, that was the thing. Like I had an Xbox One, so it's like to try to get like another one. And I think by the time this one came out too, I wasn't getting like a special edition.
I'm more into the skin scene. Like, I even did it with the Xbox Series
X. I mean, I was going to say, there's a lot of dope skins that people do and stuff like that.
I did that with my 1X, yeah.
Yeah, you could debrand them as well, too. So
I got a Forza. I had a Forza one. After a couple of months, peeled it off. And got me a Halo one, peeled it off. Got me a Gears
one. Remember the 360, the faceplates? Pop the faceplate and do that.
Man, remember those things, man? People used to buy the white ones, base white, and like just shave them down to get a gritty feel
and
on
just
do
a custom thing over it.
I had a buddy of mine, which I haven't spoken to in years, but he used to do that back when we had
it's a hustle.
Yeah. He sold them for like $10 or whatever. And he'll be like, if you bring me your plate, $10. If you don't have your own plate, $15.
Because you'd have to find the plate to get it. Cool. It'd have to be from like a broken Xbox or whatever, however he got it. Yeah,
and it was high quality work, man, glossy and everything. The way he did it was like he did the Gears faceplate for me. He glossed it up and everything. I'm like, yo, this is
sick.
And then he even went and said, hey, man, if you throw in an extra $10, I'll do your whole console. Here you go. Here's my whole console. And it took him maybe 2 days. I was without the console, but man, that man, he did his.
Yeah, that was before. For all the kids out there, that was before Etsy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before your fucking Etsy's and all of your things and your Fivers and stuff like that. Listen, it was just word of mouth shit back then. Tell your friends in the GameStop.
Yo, I'm amazed that Nick is still in the chat. That's crazy.
His wife might not be home yet. That's the only thing.
I'm glad you're able to join us live, man, because he's always talking about, man, I keep missing the show live and I want to be there. I want to feel the energy.
But now he's got nothing to listen to tomorrow.
Now he can. I'll do a separate video just for you, Nick. It's going to be called Snatching Your Tags. Wow. And then you can watch that. I'll privatize it, just send it to you so you can watch it and have something to watch tomorrow. Yeah.
What would you like to talk about next?
Really? Let's talk about Destiny, man. Like you told me on that. Like I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not watched the trailer. I have not watched anything on it because I was gonna watch it, but I wanted to experience this with you.
So I can't play the. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much, right?
Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah, because I mean, I had several opportunities to click on my YouTube. It kept popping up. I'm like, nope. I want to hear from, because I know if you guys don't know by now, man, Logic is the resident Destiny guy. This guy he knows the lore in and out. He does the raids, he does the PvPs, does the PvEs, he does all of it, man. So when I want to know about Destiny, there's two people I go to: Logic
this trailer
and Reborn.
They started off the showcase. They had an hour. Okay, so a couple of things. The actual showcase. Look at how long the showcase was. It was an hour and 30 minutes. The first hour of it was basically a full-on culmination and celebration of just Bungie and like the community. Okay. A lot of it was like fan art. Like honestly, where am I at? 103.21.
They're known for that.
I'll literally go through. Look at this. This is people happy 30. It's 30 years for Bungie. So they spent an hour. And I could just go through it and stuff like that. Fan art. These are the different ads and stuff like that. Different people, people doing comic book stuff. Somebody fucking drew that. That's like what? Like somebody drew that.
That's a gamer. That's just somebody who's into the game.
Right here. There's their ad.
So that's not an artist at Bungie. That's just
This is just This is a fan of Destiny.
That's talent.
That said, I'm gonna draw this.
That's talent.
Like, so the first hour, and this is what I like about Bungie, is that they highlight their community. They really do. They know how good their community is to them.
They've been about that, though. They've been about
that. And they've always been about it. And yeah, sometimes it takes a little while for them to listen to you. This is a legendary, this one here, this is Izanagi's. This is a sniper. This is an exotic sniper rifle that they got here that somebody did artwork for. That's a sniper rifle. It looks like a sword, but the gun, the actual right up here.
I see the trigger. Yeah, I see the hand doing the trigger.
One of the mechanics on this is that when you do, if you have a full clip, like it's like 4 shots, but you could do like what's called a honed shot. So you reload, you get a one shot, but it's empowered and it does like a stupid amount of damage. That's the exotic perk for it. It's fucking insane. It was like good gun, but you know what I mean? Like they did this for an hour. Okay. So, and little videos, different content creators, all of this stuff.
But it wasn't them talking about a whole hour. Them talking about Destiny.
No, there was nothing in there was nothing in the background. This was just celebrating the community. This was just for an hour. For 15 minutes. 15 minutes before the show, you got Luke Smith. You had the game. They sat down. I mean, if you haven't watched this, just checking this out. Even from here on, Luke Smith, executive creative director of Destiny Universe. He's Israel Shane too.
You look like Gerald over there. Looks like Gerald.
Oh yeah.
Witcher.
Oh yeah, yes, with a bun. It was crazy. So they're having like a whole like, hey, like perspective moment because they're the culmination. Jason Jones, because Chief Vision Officer. These guys were there from Bungie back from the Halo days.
Oh yeah.
And so they do this little setup and sit down and stuff like that, right? You get to here, and they talked about things like Halo and stuff, right? So you get right here. This was like a hype trailer that they showed leading up to it right here. So like hype trailer, Destiny stuff, all the different people, T-Rex, like leading up to this point, right? So then they hype. So they hype it up. Then we get back to hear Witch Queen. This trailer was sick. This is the first time you actually hear the Witch Queen's voice. All it is, not to go too crazy with the story and stuff like that. This is the sister of Oryx. She's been in hiding. This is who you killed her brother in the Taken King back in Destiny 1. Year 2 Destiny 1, you killed her brother.
She's been sleeping that long.
She's been in hiding since then. And the sword logic, power transfer over shit like that, whatever. She's out now. She's basically, February. She's here, and she's ready to fuck some shit up.
Wait, it's February?
And February 22nd, 2022 is when this Witch Queen, when the DLC.
Oh
but what dropped right now, the season that we're in right now, Season of the Lost, is basically the precursor to this. Okay? And long story short, like, this is some crazy shit. This is like changing from a narrative perspective. It's insane. From a story perspective, narrative story, same difference, kind of gameplay, new gameplay elements. But what they're doing here, she could basically wield. She's like a person of darkness, and she could wield the power of the light. So like now she's doing what's called they're light bearers now. So these like hive dead enemies. These are like little ghosts, but they're like hive
she's
ghosts.
Waking them up. I see.
She's waking them up, just like you would wake up as a guardian, right? And you get powers. She's giving these hive those same fucking powers. So now, so you can turn it to a super. You got your supers and stuff like that. Your solar, your void, right here. So now the enemies that you're going to be facing literally have those similar powers to you. fucking insane. It's insane. And then the music that played in the background too was nuts. And then they basically just went through, they showed stuff. So, real quick, they showed off the art and everything. They're bringing weapon crafting finally into Halo 2. That's what they look like too. If you pre-order the collector's edition, the physical, not physical, but the digital collector's edition, you get this. They're doing a thing where you get the hype ghost. Yeah, it's like a thing, like a collector's edition thing. Sick.
Like scale, like a full scale.
It's a scale, like to actually of this thing. It sits on like a nice stand. They show it later on. They're bringing weapon crafting into Destiny 2. They haven't done that yet. They're adding a new weapon type into here called the glaive, which is basically they're going to show it right here actually. This is the new world you're going to be exploring. It's a throne world that she created. So just big, giant play space and stuff like that. You have to play by her rules. That's Oryx. That's who you killed back in Destiny 1 and shit. So callback and shit, right? It's crazy. The weapon, I want to see if they get to it. Let's see. Right. I know we're skipping through a little bit.
One thing I do want to highlight is the world of Destiny.
Yo, look at this thing. You see this thing? Look at this thing.
Yeah, that's a weapon. There's a new weapon.
That's a new weapon called the glaive.
But you got to wait till February for that,
right? It's a first-person melee weapon that they're adding into. They haven't had one. It's first-person melee weapon that it's a gun blade. It's basically like Final Fantasy, so it's a blade and then it actually has a gun that you could shoot as well too. It's fucking insane.
I might just have to revisit it.
And the cool thing about it now on Xbox, this season currently is included. So right now, remember, Destiny's on Game Pass, and this season, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, is included. You have the season, so you could literally get on. And by the way, Crossplay is active now. Crossplay is live officially.
Okay.
So if
I'll get on it. I'll download it.
If you're on PlayStation, if you're on Xbox, if you're on PC, everybody could go. You have a Bungie name now. The first time you log in, depending on what platform you log into, you get your Bungie name, and then that's what you're known as. If it was here's another cool thing. If it was like a fucked up name that Bungie didn't like, they just changed your name to Guardian, and then you had to go back in and if it was something that wasn't like PC or something that offensive or whatever like that, they just changed your name basically, and they would force you to change your name and shit. So I've been playing it. I'm super hyped. The new season's really dope. From a narrative perspective, the game is so much better than what it used to be. If you're on Xbox and you're looking for a really grindy game to play and a great overall, that's another thing too. From a first-person game perspective, first-person action, they call it an action MMO RPG. But really just from a first-person action video game, first-person shooter action game, this is it's hard to find another game that plays as good as this. And don't feel like if you haven't played it, that you won't know what's going on or things like that.
That was my caution,
Yeah.
Because I jumped on it about a few months ago. I jumped back into it a few months ago. Back into it, and I was like, I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but I had to relearn things because obviously I hadn't played for so many years that they changed it so much from the last time I played it when it launched. By the time it launched 2 years later, it changed a lot. So I'm sitting there going, they got a season? Wow, they got a season. Oh, they got these cosmetics? Oh, okay, they changed this around. So I had to relearn that from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I was talking about, or I was alluding to, is that what I do remember, because it is Bungie, is the worlds. And how much life they bring to the world and the story the world tells. It's not necessarily the narrative, what they wrote in and what the characters are saying within that storyline, but just the world itself. Like, for example, when I played Raid with you guys, that in itself, just if you stood when you first entered or whatever part of the raid you're in, whichever raid you're playing, and you just look around, the walls tell a story. The jump that you're about to do tell a story. The fact that there's meta in the raid as far as double jumping and what guns you should use for this part of the boss, and you focus in on that, and I'll aggro over here. Like the whole
team aspect and having to work as a team to complete the objective itself. And then they even have smaller versions of that. They have things called, so you haven't played even when they added what's called dungeons. They have dungeons.
No.
So dungeons are 3-player activities. Think of them as almost like mini raids, but it's a 3-player activity. So it's a raid-esque kind of feeling, but and challenging, but 3 players. So you don't need to go and run out there and find 6 fucking people. You can have 3 people and go in and do this. And they have different ones. They have one that takes place on the moon, It came out during Shadow Keep. They have one that takes place for the people, the 9. Remember
I
the
played
people of
Shadow
the
Keep.
9?
I played that. I played the
Oh,
Shadow
okay,
Keep.
so Shadow Keep one. So that was I think it was called Prophecy Dungeon, I believe, if I remember correctly. But what's cool too is that all the stuff that they've had, and they've already talked about this, they're keeping the content relevant. So you're still going to be able to grind out high level gear from doing the old content. So it's not like you're playing it and you don't get anything out of it. They're bringing up what they did before, and they're bringing up all their past stuff, so that if you're still continuing to play it now, let's say you haven't played it, or if you play it now, you're still getting rewarded for playing it now.
Money, go ahead and download it. We'll get on this after this pod. Go
Bro,
ahead and start downloading it now.
dude.
Oh,
Well,
I can't believe we haven't mentioned this.
well,
And Money's actually watching. He got his Series S this week.
Yeah. Can we? Real quick. Well,
so for those who've been watching us for a while,
he got tired of us bitching at him. That's what.
He got really tired. But we've been at him for quite some time since it launched. But we've been at him since this show started about, hey, here's a link, here's that, here's this, go get it. And every time he goes to the link, he says, shit sold out, man, shit sold out, whatever the case may be. So I was surprised this week when he hit us up on the messenger, says, "I'm poverty no more." I want to take a little bit of credit for lighting whatever fire it was that needed to be lit up, because he literally said, I'm poverty no more. Battlefield, here I come. So yeah. I'm going, what do you mean? And when he got the Series S, I was like, oh my God. And like anybody else, I did it with you. I did it with your brother, Draven. And I asked him, he came into our party the day, and I asked him, hey, man, I want to know what's your initial reaction to what you have. He goes, well, I haven't really played much because, the work and everything's working and that stuff. But he said for the little things he's been doing and how fast it's downloading, part right there, he was like, man, I didn't realize it downloads fast. I'm like, everything about it is fast.
Yep.
The downloading is faster because of solid state drive. That in itself to me was next gen, because consoles never had that. And to put that and have it go down, Mr. Kima, good afternoon, sir. And to have that reaction from him, man, and I know how that feels, man, to like go from, and he's been playing on the One X,
yeah,
and it's always been either with Outriders or whatever game it was. I'm slow traveling. You know how we call it fast travel? I'm slow traveling. That was the inside joke with us. Money, you're slow traveling? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
When you guys played Outriders, that was the best one.
Yeah, Outriders was the best one. It took forever for him to reach us, and it's like even Dead Alliance, D&D Dead Alliance, that took forever. It's like, so the ongoing joke was, Money, are you slow traveling to us? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. That was the ongoing joke. But I asked him today, because when I was talking to him on the chat, he wasn't playing games yet. But I think Apex was the only one. He downloaded Apex, 20 gigs, small, but still on the One X, takes a little longer. Yeah. And he said, I'm hitting download now. Like 10 minutes into, he's like, I'm already halfway done.
Yo, wait till he plays. Has he played Apex on the S yet?
He played with us, and he said the experience was night and day. Like
night and day.
Like
the game runs solid 60, by the way, too.
His call outs got better.
Well,
they got next gen call outs.
I haven't experienced that yet, so I can't speak or vouch for that, because they were non-fucking existent when I was in the party with him.
And by the way, we dropped in the same spot that we dropped that he said we don't ever get. There's nobody ever here.
And were there people there?
There was nobody there. It just so happens that when we dropped, there was always people there. But there was nobody there when we dropped. And we dropped it a couple of times too. Me, your brother, and Money, and it was like nobody here, and we're laughing because it's like not logical. Money goes, well, stop messing up our routes. Stop messing up our routes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, no, Logic said we drop it. It's like always people here. I'm like, no, there's nobody here. He goes, but now there's nobody here. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. Like literally, there was nobody. Like you looted the whole area.
It must be me. I must have been attracting everybody.
It must be that PC. I don't know. You brung it over, that kind of stuff. By the way, I'm a little annoyed that we are now defaulted and forced into playing crossplay on Apex, just like Call of Duty does. A little annoyed by that. It's like, oh, why? Why are you forcing us to play crossplay? I don't mind it when I want to play with, like you have when you play on your PC, let's go.
I'm playing on my PC, yeah.
Right, but I have somebody in my party that's on PC. I mind it when there's console players, like let's say me, your brother, and Money, we go in there and we're playing against PC, because when you get beamed. It's like, wow, you had no recoil with a Volt SMG from 20 miles away?
Yeah.
Wow. Like that was a thing for me. I'm like, I got beamed. What the hell was that? What was that? It was an energy beam. And I see spectate mode, and dude has a vault, and he beamed me from the cliff all the way down with a vault, like literally beamed me and dropped me. I'm like, yeah, something going on here, something weird. And I have that. That was on Twitch stream, so I was like, okay, clip that. But nobody watches me, so. But
no, I the only thing that I would say is probably and I can't speak for this because I don't know how many people are actually playing the game. I mean, I'm sure we'd have to look at the numbers, but it must be a server thing now at this point. It must be a number thing. It's just to make sure that the server is like it's so you're not waiting. The only thing that I could think of is that it's just so you're not waiting. It's server population. That's really all it is. It's like what's the quickest way we could get people in and out of games?
Yeah,
I mean, and the games already load pretty. But honestly, the easiest way is just say we're just going to cross populate.
That could be it.
Just like PC and stuff like that. Is everybody on a PC doing some funny shit? I don't know. But honestly,
no.
I'll tell you this much.
I don't want to be that guy that goes one PC ruins my experience. The whole PC community sucks. I'm not that guy.
And
I can't
listen,
be that guy.
And I'm that guy on Warzone because guess what? Fucking Warzone, I completely hated Warzone simply because one, I wasn't so much of a fan of the Warzone experience to begin with, and that's just me personally. But what really fucking got it over the top of me is just playing against people on PC on Warzone. And just know, because I know the difference, because I play Call of Duty on PC, and I know what it's like to get fucking beamed at sometimes. And just sometimes it's like, oh, wait, you just fucking shot me the way that you did, or just certain things, and it's just like, and then also no anti-cheat, and no things like that, and, so it's
it leaves too much room for the
interpretation or the questionable, and we already know Brick Stream is blowing it up and shit like that. Yeah. So that's the only thing. You'd only hope that if, and not to say that it's impossible that you come across a cheater every now and then and stuff, but hopefully it's just not. But also too, it's the whole back and forth of like, I gotten beamed with people that are using controllers, and why? Because the fucking aim is sticky as hell, and when they're really aiming at your head, it doesn't leave your head.
Aim assist is really sticky.
Aim assist is real in fucking R99 up close. See ya.
Done.
Good, see ya. Like on a controller, it just rips. L-Star, same thing. L-Star up close, bye. So it's like, but then on the PC, it's like, oh wait, you're shooting me from that far, and you're hitting. We're in arenas. I think we're playing arenas, and it's like you're hitting. Like what? Like I'm getting hit.
And everywhere you moved, it's like every bullet he shot was touching you.
Was hitting me. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. The DPI, I get it, right?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, as you know, we've been playing Apex and going that, but it's season 10 right now. But yeah, that's. I mean, he's got his Xbox Series X. He's happy. He's money. Go ahead and download if you have room. If you don't want to download, I get it. But anti-cheat is a thing that it's in Apex, but unfortunately not in the COD. But Warzone
yet.
But it's gonna come. I guess it's coming for Vanguard.
Yeah.
Did you? I'm seeing. I don't know if you saw reaction. I've been seeing reactions, and I guess we'll talk about this. But I've been seeing reactions to Vanguard. I guess PlayStation.
I've been watching people. They have the alpha for Champion.
Have you watched any people stream it?
I did. No,
what do you think? What do you think about it? I think it's. I look. It's alpha.
It's more that, but it's more of World War II.
Yeah,
it's more of World War II. It's alpha, so it's an early build of whatever it is now. It doesn't look bad.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know when
Time to Kill. Time to Kill looks crazy.
Yeah,
Time to Kill looks like you. It looks like you just get melted. The sound is a lot of clinking. There's a lot of the clink and dink and it's a lot of that again.
I watched it through what's his name?
I was watching Scump. I was watching Scump play.
Okay. Prestigious Key. Yeah. I was watching because he's been Call of Duty forever, man. He was the guy that I went to first for videos when it came to Call of Duty. Still watch him to this day, and I watched him playing. He has good videos out there. He put a video up there where I get because the way this works, if you guys understand what the alpha is about, is Championship Hill, and what that is
a new mode that they have.
Yeah, it's a new mode they're bringing in.
It's 3v3 that they just added. It's V2 V. It's like 8 teams.
It's like 8
It's like almost like a mini battle royale kind of thing, but
tournament
it's just
happening. Yeah.
All happening at the same time. And that was another complaint too, where not only could you not hear footsteps inside of your 2v2 battle, but you could hear gunfire from the other fucking fights happening.
And see that right there. When I was watching Prestige Key, it brought me back to when World War II first came out. That's how it was when they gave us the alpha beta on that. Literally, that's what it was. It was like the footsteps were off. The gunfire was completely off. You would hear gunfire behind you when it's really in front of you. And I'm going, wait, is my headset
Actual
backwards?
directional audio.
Yeah, it
Basically
was just
directional
off,
audio.
way
Yeah.
off. So those are things they're working on. Again, it's alpha, so we got to give them that. But
Yeah.
we've already said this before. The Call of Duty, we're not. I'm not getting it. I'm not, because I'm over the World War II thing.
Yes.
Now that speaks for that. I've seen the alpha. I see what they do. That's cool.
Yeah.
Prestigious Key was doing this thing where it's flamethrowers versus a flamethrower at the very end round. They ended up losing, but did you see the trailer for the gameplay, the actual gameplay, the story?
No. Oh no,
They
the
showed,
gameplay story. Yeah, no, I
yeah, they
didn't see
showed
it.
it off on Jeff Keighley's show.
Yeah.
It's on the Modern Warfare engine, and you can, if you know like Modern Warfare, you automatically see Modern Warfare when you watch the gameplay, because the mounting's back.
Yep.
So they brought that back. They have blind fire, which I was like, oh yeah, and they don't have, it's not context. I don't think it's contextual. Was it? It could be contextual leaning. So it has that.
Well, I think it's just back to the mounting from the Modern Warfare, where you can actually mount.
Back, it's part of that, yeah. So they you could tell that those are things, staples of the Modern Warfare engine that they bring into the story. I'm highly interested in the story itself, because it's telling it from a Vanguard point of view, like stories that actually did happen in life, and they're retelling it through Call of Duty. That part, I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Will I buy it still? No, I won't. But I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I wish they would give me even the story itself. Just give me the story itself, because I'm interested in that story. Just the story. Just give me that part. I don't want, forget multiplayer. That can go to shits. But that story, I'm like, wow, that looks so interesting. Like just the historical value of what they're telling in that campaign. I'm like, I like that. I wouldn't mind that. Again, not getting it. But because we all know this especially Nick knows this year is all BF. Halo and BF is my thing.
It's Halo, it's BF, it's fucking Splitgate, dude.
It's
I'm
Splitgate.
sorry. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm literally gonna be that guy where it's like, ask me what game I would rather play at this point in time right now if you said Call of Duty Vanguard or fucking Splitgate. And that's not saying that Splitgate's a bad. I'd fucking play Splitgate. I would enjoy myself. I have enjoyed myself playing Splitgate more so than I did play Call of Duty.
Splitgate is a game that you'll get into, and you can play a couple of games, maybe an hour or two, and you're gonna get off it really quick. But while you're playing Splitgate, if you guys haven't done so, download it and play it. It's fun. Especially if you have a group of guys that you're gonna just have go in there and just fuck around and have fun with it. It's not a serious, oh my god, I want to rank up. None of that. It's just even though it has a rank up.
Although it has
that. But when we played it, it wasn't like, let's stress ourselves out playing this. It was fun. I put a portal there, put a portal there. Yo, Logic, check this out. I just headshot this guy to the portal. He didn't even know I was coming in. Like that kind of fun.
Shotgun, sniper shotgun mode. Like that one.
Shoddy sniper or sniper.
Shoddy snipers. Like that's like a lot of fun. I mean, the shotgun is ridiculously overpowered, and sometimes it doesn't even feel like you have to aim down the scope with the sniper. He just fucking map people.
God. Money was talking about how when he was playing it with me, he said like the shot, like he felt like everybody was shooting shotgun faster than him. I'm like, no, that's just you being slow. But the shotgun is OP.
Yeah,
it is OP. That thing is like, bam, you're done.
The battle rifle, I think, is a 2 burst to the head.
It's a 2 burst to the head. You're done.
Battle rifle,
3 to the body or 2 to the head. Done. So if you I'm with you. I'd rather play some Splitgate over this new Call of Duty coming out.
Fucking, I think a lot of people. I'll go play Apex because I still like BRs. So I'll play Apex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather play Apex at this point than fucking play Call of Duty. At least until I have other multiplayer games like actually to play. You know, I'll say this: I'd rather play Destiny 2 fucking PvP at this point. I'll play space. And guess what? And by the way, guess what? On my back to my Destiny 2 rant, real quick. BattlEye got fucking added. So when Trials BattlEye got added. So when Trials launches on September 10th, Trials of Osiris, and they also made Trials less sweaty as well too. Where so people you don't have to win. You don't have to do the full. You don't have to do the full carries. It doesn't have to be the full flawless. And they're gonna make it where it's like instead of it being game like specific to win, it's like round specific. So if you win a couple of rounds now, you could start getting like things. But if you want the best of the best shit, obviously go flawless. Still, they have the best of the best flawless. But BattleEye's in there now, so anti-cheat. So you got anti-cheat now in there too, September 10th when they
Wait, you
actually
don't
launch
have to wait till the next game comes out for anti-cheat to actually be in the game?
No, right. So that's what I mean. So the expansion, right? The expansion comes out in February. No, they're launching it in September.
Nice.
Like it's ready to go, and they already updated the game to have the BattleEye. With the last update, you had to install BattleEye. So
leave it up to Activision to sell you to make that a selling point. Anti-cheat on your next Call of Duty. Like, no, on this Call of Duty, bro. Like, I want it on this.
Unless it's not ready. But you know what? But that's another thing.
Come on.
Whatever.
So it's going to be ready in a month. That you're telling me that it's not ready now, but in a month it'll be when it launches. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those things like anti-cheat will be available come February, kind of something like that. Something weird is going to come out where it's going to be about that. But we're over Call of Duty, especially that World War II era. That whole I can't play a game where it has old
I gotta expose money real quick. Can you see that?
It's blurry. I'm here, you bum. Yo, money. Hold on, man. He's probably like hitting all of us up.
No, he's been in the chat. He's been, but that was back when we did the giveaway.
Okay. Okay. So when you said
that's why when he actually DM'd me on Twitter, so that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. So Call of Duty Vanguard, it's a pass for me. Still is a pass. I'm intrigued, or I should say, interested in the campaign itself, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna do it. Funny enough, my son. Remember, I mentioned my son was behind me now, hooked up behind me. Funny enough that he was playing. He still plays Call of Duty, right? And I look behind me. I totally because I'm playing on my monitor now. Well, been playing on monitor for a while because it's closer to the computer, and I like. I don't know. I just enjoy monitors over. I don't know why, but TVs. Even though the TV I got behind me has all the bells and whistles, the 120, the what do you call that? The Dolby Vision.
The TVs are getting to that point now where they're becoming more like monitors. But for me, and I've been on this kick for a while. Gaming monitors have always been, for me personally, a better gaming experience over any type of TV.
Man, because I started gaming on a monitor,
even on a console now, because the consoles now, especially because it has FreeSync. Okay.
Oh
If you have an Xbox Series X, Series S variable refresh rate, but Series X FreeSync, and you have a monitor that is FreeSync compatible. That shit works, and that shit works.
That's what I have. The AMD FreeSync.
No tearing. None of that bullshit, okay? And variable refresh rate.
And I enjoy that. The only thing that sucks is that because the UI in the Xbox doesn't have HDR, the transition, it's like black screen and then that. And I need an HDR in the UI. I can care less about a 4K, but anyways. But he's playing this, and I totally forgot about the whole HDR10. Not even that, but the dynamic, the Dolby Vision.
Yeah.
And he's playing Warzone. And he's going in. I turn around and I'm looking. I haven't played Warzone in forever, and I'm thinking, did they upgrade this game to look this like good? The shadowing, like everything looked so good. I'm like, yo, what am I looking at right now? And when I noticed it was Warzone, I asked my son, I was like, Junior, what settings are you playing? He goes, I'm doing 120. I'm like, okay, something's off here because that looks too good. From the last time I played it, that looks way too good visually. And then he went into his settings in Xbox, and sure enough, he had the Dolby Vision checked off. And I'm like, holy shit, Dolby Vision has really done different to it. Like it really brings out the shadows. HDR10 is awesome.
Do you need a Dolby Vision compatible TV in order to do that, or is that something that?
No, you need a compatible TV. I know I've been experiencing it on Netflix on certain programs that do have it, and I've experienced it through there, and I know how that looks, but not really on a video game. Well, I've experienced it on a video game, but never appreciated it. I see it never appreciated it until
this is Dolby Vision compatible. The iPhone
is it?
When if you watch it through iTunes or things like that have like straight up or through Apple TV, like straight up through there, I see that. I'm like, shit, that looks crazy. I do love the
speakers too when you flip it, and then like the speakers, like, oh my god. So that's a whole separate show, but
that's other fanboy shit right there.
I've been on a monitor for a while, so when I turn around and look at this, and now I'm looking at Dolby Vision, I'm appreciating it more because I'm going, that's what it looked like because I was playing on my TV for a while with the Dolby Vision and everything. I just never appreciated it like this. And I'm looking at these shots, I'm going, yo, this is an amazing thing, man. And then long story short, I kicked my son out, so now I'm back on the TV. No, I'm playing. He's still playing behind me. Vegas, man, I appreciate you coming out, man. I really do. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, man. It's what we do. We talk and we are passionate about what we talk about. We'll talk about different topics that we feel interested in, and that's what we do. So I appreciate you coming out, Vegas. I really do. Hopefully you will. I'm sure you're sub to the channel, but hopefully you join us again in the future. And let me know any feedback, man. I really appreciate you guys' feedback. That's what grows us here. Me and Logic are always looking, to see what feedback you guys can provide and what we can incorporate if we need to. That's what we do. But last thing I want to talk about, if we're done with the Call of Duty Vanguard, is my favorite game of the week, flavor of the month,
of the week, of the year.
I would say year. It's my game of the year.
Of the century.
It's literally my game of the year.
I want to talk praise, man.
Psychonauts 2, man. Those who've been following me on Twitter, and I've been actively tweeting stuff out, man. The game, Vodka. Nah, man, don't worry about being late, man. Don't worry about being late. You're here. That's what counts, man.
There you go. Look, playing Destiny with the kid. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. You just missed the Destiny segment. Don't worry about it, though. You catch the replay.
Right. He just came right after the Destiny segment. So right before this, we did the whole Destiny thing. So no worries, man. I hope you are able to catch up on that and do that thing. Matt, yes, fuck Bobby Kotick. Yes, yeah, fuck him. We agree. But Psychonauts 2, if you guys have been following on my timeline, I'm a platformer. I mentioned this up top of the show. I'm a platformer gamer. I will enjoy my platform games. I love my platform games. My Crash Bandicoots, my Sly Coopers. Those are the games I enjoy as a kid growing up. Is the memories. It brings me back to that, connects me back to those memories that I love and don't want to miss out on.
Yeah.
I played the Ratchet and Clank at the Airbnb. Just didn't quite do it for me, but I still enjoyed it. Didn't quite do it for me because it felt like I was repeating myself over and over again with the stuff they wanted me to do. This comes along and I'm playing going, let's see what one was my thing. Let's see what two's doing. And I started playing it. Literally every level that you play in this game is a different headspace for a character in the game because you dive into the brains of these characters and you're playing what they are thinking, what they are perceiving the moment to be, how they live life.
Yeah.
You're literally playing that memory or the way they think. And I said this before, but there hasn't been a game in a while that has like really impacted me in a way where it's like I don't just play the game, I feel the game. I want to experience all of it. So the last game I did that was Miles Morales because the representation that being a Boricua from New York and the minority was represented in this game. That's the last time something like that really resounded on me. And now I get to Psychonauts 2 and I'm going, Tim Schafer is a literal genius when it comes to video games. Like that, it took him. It did. 05 was Psychonauts 1, and we're now in 2021. I appreciate and thank whatever happened that had to happen for this man to get the funds to finish this game the way it needed to be finished. I can only imagine what this game was going to be before the funds were given to him.
Yeah,
because he did mention in several interviews that boss battles had to be cut out. Or was already cut out. That levels were being cut out, and I'm going, why?
This was essentially being crowdfunded, though.
Crowdfunded, but not through Kickstarter. Your brother mentioned it's
another.
It's another, and the way they do it is kind of different. But it was crowdfunding the original. It's why the PS4 has a version. It doesn't have the optimized because the optimized happens to be Xbox because they are owned now by Xbox. But even though I don't care if it's last gen or not. Play this game. I don't care what console you play it on. Play it because this game, at least for me, man, it spoke volumes in the sense of mental awareness, in the sense of how we perceive different things, misconstrued. That's a big word. I use those in the show sometimes. But how we see things, we tend to get into conversations and only see it our way and forget there's another human being in front of us we're talking to, and they see it a whole different way. And if we don't allow those two things to meet in the middle,
just the perspectives.
This game is like you playing this whole game. When you get to the end, you're like, oh, I missed all of that. Like it blows your mind that way. The characters, each individual each character in this game, every character you see on this screen and throughout the game, have their own personality. These are not scripted bots where everybody has the same voice, or they was just a voice, voice modulator and change their voices up. Everyone is a different actor who brings their own energy and the personality and character to these characters. Tim Schafer mentioned that he allowed, like he let it be with whoever, whatever character they're playing in the game, that person, that actor, was to play it as they would themselves.
Mm.
So that right there in his own brought life to these
Well,
characters.
the creative freedom that you have in that. Like, imagine being a voice actor. Like, a lot of the times you go in, you think Steve Downs, the guy, Master Chief, when he goes in, obviously he's been doing Chief so long. He knows he embodies Chief. He
Yes,
understands the voice that you need to.
yeah,
But it's not like 343 or before Bungie were going in and telling him like, oh yeah, just be you, do whatever the fuck you want. They had to hone that, and same thing with a lot of the voice actors. They have to still direct you. But imagine having that type of freedom where it's like you get a little bit of direction and you have your voice lines, but then it's like, but how do you think how would you do it?
right.
How would you
And that's how
and
he
then
was saying
trying
it.
that? That was
That's what he
cool.
was saying. He says,
That's cool.
"Go ahead and do it the way we told you. Like, here you go. All right, you're done with that. Now do it how you would do it." And then
Yeah,
they'll literally compare both of them to the actor, and the
yeah,
actor be like, "Man, that's okay. I get what you're going at with that." Like, the creative freedom in this game is amazing. So the
yeah.
thing is that this game is talking to me in such a way where it's like I don't even want to finish it, man. Like, I'm at the cusp of it being
You were.
ending.
I don't know if you were the first. There was a few people that were kind of saying that.
Yeah, there's a few, but there are some who are ending in the saying, end credit. They're putting their pictures up and everything, and I'm going. I know I'm at the end because I know I'm at the end because they already asked me, hey, before you proceed, make sure you finish everything before you proceed. Like,
Yeah.
in other words, this is the end. Make sure you're done with what you're doing before
Yep.
you proceed. I'm at that point. I'm going, oh, do I really want to finish? So I'm now just traveling the world, finishing up because I'm going to 100 this game.
Yeah.
I'm traveling the world, getting what I like, whatever I missed. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Go in there. I'll go back to this. This is the very beginning right here, but go back to here and do that kind of stuff. But Psychonauts 2 is 10 out of 10. Game of the year for me, man. At least be
Yes.
mentioned in nominees. It has to be.
Yeah.
Alongside Hitman 3, and some mentioned Returnal, but this has to be up there when it comes to Game of the Year. It's just, it has everything you need in a video game when it comes to platformers. The load time, they have that, they have the, like I mentioned before, portal dimensions where there's like literally no load times. When you're in the level and you're going into like a different portal dimension, like it doesn't load.
Hmm.
It's like you're in that level.
So it's
The
like almost like
music,
it's a seamless transition. So they don't have
seamless.
like
There's
you
no
from
load, no,
okay.
no skip, nothing being hidden in the elevator scene like Mass Effect. None of that. It's just you're walking into the world and you're playing it. There's no cutscene.
That's cool.
The music, it takes you. It's very nostalgic. There's a part in the game yesterday I was playing last night, and it started playing. Everybody remembers that tune. If you don't, I'm sorry, I'm a bad singer, or whatever you want to call it. But that something similar came over my headset of that tune.
Mm.
Automatically took me to Nintendo days. Like,
Yeah.
automatically, I'm going, oh man, NES time. Like, that's how impactful and how, see this right here, no load. Like, it just, now you're platforming this way. It's just crazy. Like, a lot of these,
Oh, I mean that's just game design where you go from that's like one of those like
yo,
it's
and
like
it's
so on
like
some
that
like
throughout the whole
it's like
game.
Inception. Now you're like upside down on the level that
Yes,
you're at. Yeah.
it threw me. It melted my mind, man. Like, there's
Yeah.
levels like this throughout the whole thing where it melted my mind. There's even levels created like this where you're walking through it and you don't realize what's going on until the end. You go, wait, I walked that whole thing upside down. Like, it's just crazy. Oh wait, that was his. I don't know. That was his rib cage, or like it's just weird like that. Um, but it's very cool. If you had like these little jokes, like the one joke was like, um, they you mean to tell me they get that high, like in your window, they get that high? He goes, yeah, they climb that mountain that high, and it's like, oh, it's like you're in your window, like, oh, that high, I got it.
Yep.
So yeah, man, this game right here, I want to talk about it. I left it towards the end because this is something I love this game. It has to be nominated for Game of the Year. I hope it does. If it doesn't, that's a big miss on the industry. But other than that, man, I cannot wait to see what Tim Schafer works on next, or what he's
Yeah.
already working on. We don't know. He probably could be already working on something. But I appreciate this man's work and his mind, man. I hope he's able to like apprentice this out to somebody so they can bring that into like, God forbid something happens to this man's brain, that somebody can like translate that into what they've been doing, because this guy's literally, he's up there with Tim Burton for me, man. Like, his mind
Yeah.
works that way. And I'm just it. I'm so passionate about this game, and I hope every one of you guys at least try it out, download and try it out. You can't miss this type of game. You just can't miss it. It's pop culture, and it literally turns it turns the corner on what next gen should be and is, which is fun, man. Games should be fun, and this is it. It's fun. So that's my whole thing. That's what I wanted to say about Psychonauts 2, man. I appreciate you guys listening to me on that 5 minute what is it, love letter to Psychonauts 2. But when I'm passionate about something, I tell Logic to go time, man. You can see the passion in me when I'm passionate about something. This right here is something. As soon as I'm off this, I know I said Destiny, I'm gonna download it, but this is it. I'm going right back to this. And these guys know when I go offline, and I'm offline for hours. No, I'm playing, but I'm playing something that I'm into. Like I can't be distracted, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, man, please, guys, if you have a chance, for those who are still watching and listening, play this game. Play it. You can't miss this game. You just can't. It's generational. This is it. So that's what I got, man. Those are
I
my
mean,
topics.
I will definitely check it out, but not anytime. I'm just not big on. I'm okay on platformers. I'm just not big on.
That's okay.
Like I said, it's just my style of game. Like I mean, my platformer is Mario. Sorry,
Yeah.
like I'm
But see,
you know
there
what I
hasn't
mean.
been a
Like
game like this platformer since. Like people are saying this. There hasn't been a game that's done like a platformer game that has
yeah.
done what Mario has done since this.
And to
There
get that type
are
of
reviewers
experience
out
like
there
on an
saying that.
Xbox, like I don't know if there are other platformers like if you could really directly compare this to something else, if there's something that's comparable to it. Like you said, like this might be one in a while, but you'd have to go back to like the first Psychonauts game at that
Yeah,
point, like to get
it,
like an experience that's similar to this and stuff. So
it's
it's
gonna
good
be
that
it's gonna
it's
be a while before we get something like this in a platformer
yeah,
world, because this is not just platforming as it's called,
yeah,
but this is like you're like it's puzzly. There's like
right.
the you have to be listening to what they're saying and that kind of stuff. But
Well, also the story and the narrative. It isn't just and I don't think it's fair to compare it to Mario only because Mario it's go rescue the fucking princess kind of, more or, or as
you mean
basic as it is
the one
like
that's not
go
in the castle? The
huh
one that's not in that castle?
right the one that's not in the cat yeah
Yeah, that princess.
yeah
I wanted to mention that this game does have, and I know this gets the community split down the middle, but this has invincibility mode. Tim Schafer mentioned this. He wants everybody to play this game and experience the story, because that's what's first and foremost important when
is
you
the
play
game
this
that
game.
difficult where you wouldn't be able to progress?
No. You play the game as you would a regular difficulty. It doesn't stop you from doing anything that you would on a normal
Right,
difficulty.
no, but that's
You,
what I mean. Do you think
you
that
just don't
like
die.
for the casual gamer though, do you think that like what does dying actually do?
You don't get hurt. Like you can get hit and your health bar does not go down. Like you're playing the game without. It's like if you develop the game and you turn down that cheat because you want to test the game out. That's
Yeah, okay,
essentially is what it is. They just turn
okay,
on a debug on it so that when you play, you're experiencing the story, just not the like the invisibility part is that you can't get hurt. You just can't.
okay.
Like you'll go in on full. Like if you don't care too much for the challenge and you want the story, there's
Well,
people
that's
there are. Listen, guys, there's gamers out there who want to enjoy the story and can care less about a challenge.
well,
And then there's gamers out
right.
there who love the challenge who don't care really about the story. And then there's gamers out there who are in the middle.
Right, who would
They
like,
want
but that's
challenge
why
and
like
they want
the only thing
story.
that I could really recently has come out and I could compare that to is like God mode in Hades.
Yeah,
Like I've
you
37
still die
rough.
in Hades though,
Well,
because that's designed.
no, but right, it's designed that way. But what I'm saying is that God mode, you still die even with God mode on, but it's to make it like the more times you die, the easier it gets for
Yeah.
you, and it's because there's when we talk about games with story, that game has a lot of story.
And
So
for
it's like
roguelike,
so
that is
that's why.
very
Right.
rare.
So that's why I posed that question with this specifically. In your playthrough, and I know you're almost done with the game, did you find it where it was challenging, where it's like where you felt like you might have need to turn on the
I'm playing
invincibility
it on normal.
or
I'm playing in whatever default difficulty is,
yeah.
and it is as you progress through the game, it gets challenging as far as the battles go. It does
Okay.
get challenging, um, and I can see I'm okay with that. But I can see where somebody goes, man. I really want to enjoy the story, and I don't want to get bogged
Okay,
down
yeah.
by.
So that's cool.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So what I did was I just to experience this so I can talk about it. I turned it on. You don't load out of the game. You don't come back, and you
It's
don't have
just
to
a
start
mode.
a
You
whole
just
new
flip
load.
on and off
It's a
basically.
flip on and off switch. You flip
Yeah.
it on. I flipped it on. I'm going, okay, is it working? I don't know how am I supposed to know if it's working? And then I start getting attacked by enemies. I purposely went into a battle and I'm getting hit, but my health bar doesn't go down. I'm going, oh, I get it. You still get to play the
You just
game.
don't die.
You don't die. Just don't, your health stays the same. It doesn't go
Yeah.
down. So that's what they meant about invisibility. I switched it back on because I like a little challenge.
Yeah.
But I know there's like some people who hate this. Like, oh, you should, if you don't like, you should get better, like get good or whatever.
No.
That conversation, but it does have that because Tim Schafer did mention this in his interview. In one of his interviews, he said, "I want people to experience the story we put into this game because that's the main the main character of this game is the story, it's the worlds, the levels, not the difficulty."
Well, imagine if you're that person too that gets stuck a couple of levels in and stuff like that, and yet you're enjoying your time with the game, but you're not enjoying how difficult it's becoming. So yeah, for
That's
that,
me.
right?
I've given up on many games because of difficulty. Like it'll
Right.
flow through in the beginning, and I'm like, oh, I can dig this, and then all of a sudden it just gets uber hard, and I'm going, it stopped me from seeing the next piece of story. I can't get to it. I'm gonna
Right.
give it a break until I come back later. The next thing you know, I don't play it at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, Ghost Runner. That's a huge example of what I played Ghost Runner almost all the way to the end. My son finished it, and I got to the part where I just couldn't make. It's a roguelike game where you have to like you flow through the map, and then there's enemies, and it's better played on mouse and keyboard. You really the controller thing is like because you have to press every button and clap twice. It's hard.
Yeah.
I got to the end. It got hard. It got really difficult, and I'm the type of player that goes, "Okay, I'm done. I'm frustrated. I want the story, but you're making it difficult for me to get to that part of the story." At the end of the day, once if I was to get over that hurdle, I'm going. Now the story is irrelevant to me. It's like it's watered down because I had to do all of this just to get to that piece of story that's like 5 seconds long cutscene. And that I can relate to that. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. Psychonauts 2 is a Game of the Year nominee for me, man. It deserves it. Tim Schafer and crew over there they're geniuses when it comes to these games. I just can't wait to see what they work on next and what they introduce next. But that's all the topics I have for the day. Logic, anything that we missed? Think you want to go back on?
We're good. No, we're good.
This is going to be
and there's still, but
a fun
listen, we're coming.
chapter.
I was going to say we're Labor Day weekend next weekend. I don't know about
Is
you.
that next weekend?
Next weekend, dude. We're here.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Dang.
So we're
Okay.
here. But like I said, I don't know what you're doing. I think we're still here.
Maybe no, we're still here. I mean,
we're still here. It might be. I don't want to, say it now. I mean, but we could say it now if you guys are still. If you've stuck it, with us. Thank you, by the way, for listening to all of this. We appreciate
191 subs. We jumped 11 subs from last show.
191. Listen,
that's
we're
all
59.
To you guys.
Yeah, 59 away from the controller giveaway. Just remember. So we're going to keep updating that every week as well too.
Every week.
We appreciate all the new subs. We appreciate the subs that we already have. Thank you for that. But yeah, two Xbox controllers, the custom Looney Tunes controllers that Kills sponsored. We're 59 subs away, so we're really excited about that. Not so much for the subs, but just more just the community, growing the community, just having people, the new listeners and stuff. We appreciate that a lot. But yeah, next week, it might be a shorter show only because we understand people are doing the holidays. If people can't hang out with us, we're still going live at the same time. So if you have some time, come hang out. If you can't, you want to listen to the replay, that's cool too. We don't worry about that. So we'll still be here.
Final thoughts for me. I was saying that we're there. We're at 191. I know. I tweeted early in the week. I tweeted things like some. I know some of you probably were like, what's Sensei doing? Is he okay with it? Maybe you guys thought it was weird, but I tweeted out something where it's like every now and again I peep the numbers. I am thankful that I have this man here next to me. Well, not next to me. He's in New York, but that I have him here next to me on the screen to ground me. This man here grounds me because I always talk to him about the numbers and like every now and again he goes, man, let's have fun doing this shit. And he reminds me very quick, this is about fun. So this is about fun. The tweet was nothing about that. I'm just going, oh my God, the numbers. It's just, it's one of those things where I'm human, and I look at, I peek over, I'm doing wrong, but then it's not that we're doing anything wrong. It's just that I got to understand. And again, this man, credit to Logic over here. He grounds me. He tells me, man, you understand, some people relate, some people won't, some people like, some people will gravitate to it, some people won't. And that's normal. I quickly was like, yes, that makes sense. But we are just to update you guys. The numbers 191. I thank you guys for joining us here today. Every single Sunday, we are planning to go live again next week, maybe for a short show, like we mentioned. Lazo just mentioned. The last thing I want to mention is One Away Dragons is in the chat. He is planning on doing a game night. I'm not sure if he's starting it tonight or not, but he has invited us, Logic, for game night. Like a tournament style kind of thing. It could be Apex. It could be, I'm not doing Call of Duty. Fuck that. But Apex, Halo, like things like that, so we can get like playing, just to have fun, And he says like around 8:00 at night. I'm down for it. If I'm available, I'm down for it. So definitely want to give that man a heads up on that. But One Away Dragons will be doing that. And for us here, we're going to continue being live every single week as much as we can. Appreciate the newcomers that came in here. I hope we did something that you guys gravitated to, maybe one topic, if not the whole thing. But we appreciate you guys coming in and supporting us. But this is happening because of you guys and you guys only. We only grow because of the community. We like keeping the chat involved in every conversation we do. So if you guys have anything you want to, you'd like to like us to speak about, hit us up on the DMs or Twitter or whatever. Hey, talk about this if you want. Because we want to know what you guys think. But other than that, we're done here, man. We are just a little over 2 hours, which is our usual. A little over 2 hours. I apologize for Spotify. It's being stupid with me. I don't know why I can't load it up to Spotify, but I have to figure that out. Other than that, we are here. We are live every single Sunday because of you guys, and I appreciate it. But as I always say, happy fucking gaming.